Ahem. I'm Old Bones McGee, veteran of the big one. World War II, that is. Now, you might be wondering what a handsome devil like me was doing in the war. Well, let me tell you, it wasn't all doom and gloom. For a vulture, it was an all-you-can-eat buffet. Squawk! I remember D-Day like it was yesterday. While the boys were storming the beaches, I was circling overhead. Recon, they called it. I called it first dibs on dinner, but it wasn't all fun and games. One time I got mixed up with a group of carrier pigeons. Those featherbrains thought I was their new leader. Can you imagine? There I was leading a flock of pigeons carrying top-secret messages. Talk about the blind leading the blind. But wouldn't you know it, we accidentally dropped those messages right on the enemy's head. Talk about a featherbrained victory. Turns out my natural talent for finding dead things led us straight to their secret base. The brass called it a strategic victory. I called it lunch with a side of medals. There was the time I got mistaken for a Nazi spy. Can you believe it? Me with my all-American beak. I spent a week in the brig before they realized their mistake. Best week of my life. 3 square meals a day. Then there was the Battle of the Bulge. Let me tell you, it was cold enough to freeze the feathers off a penguin. But did Old Bones McGee complain? No, I just used a frozen Nazi as a toboggan. Waste not, want not. I even had a run-in with the infamous Red Baron. Well, his great-grandson anyway. There we were, locked in aerial combat. Him in his fancy plane, me with my, well, wings. I won't bore you with the details, but let's just say he didn't expect a face full of vulture vomit. Of course, not all my war stories are fit for polite company. Or impolite company, for that matter. Let's just say what happens in the trenches stays in the trenches, especially if Old Bones is around. You know, looking back, I guess this old vulture did more than just clean up the leftovers. Who'd have thought my appetite for destruction would help win the war? So here's to the unsung heroes of Woot, the vultures, the rats and all us other critters who did our part. And remember, kids, in war as in life, sometimes the best way to face your enemies is head-on, preferably after they're dead. This is Old Bones McGee signing off. Keep your beaks clean and your appetites ready. You never know when the next big war buffet might come along. Caw, caw!